We started working with Chris 2 years ago to get some structure and some support and be taught what we needed to do in our business.
We were feeling pretty frustrated at the time when we reached out to Chris. We were frustrated with each other. We had recently started working together for the first time. I think we knew that the business could be a lot better, but didn't know how to get there. That was the point that we reached out and sought Chris's help.
Some of the key things Chris helped us with is probably putting our goals and our goals in place and our tasks and getting our quarterly plans in place so that we could achieve what we needed to achieve, and he held us accountable continually for that.
We have grown our business from a team of Scott and 2 technicians to Scott and 6 other technicians. We've got support staff now. We've moved into a larger commercial premises. We've expanded our scope of works, particularly in the commercial space. That's all been because Chris has really helped us to chunk down those larger achievements into achievable portions. I had listened to a podcast and knew the importance of business coaching, or felt like that was the natural next step. So I literally Googled business coaches in Orange, and actually we came up with a different business coach who had a conflict of interest. So he referred us to Chris, and Chris came around, met us in our lounge room. We had a pretty new baby at the time. I think straight away our impressions of Chris were that he was really professional and he was definitely demonstrating competence, but the big thing that pulled us over the line in engaging Chris was he could demonstrate he had these really long-term relationships with other clients that he'd coached for even sometimes a decade. I guess that speaks for itself, and now that we've become familiar with Chris, we can really see why that's the case.
Chris has really become part of the team, and as soon as we're going to make a decision or move forward in a direction, we always run it past Chris, and we talk about the pros and cons. We look at our goals that we've put forward and see if it's all aligning, and he holds us accountable to make sure that we do achieve what it is that we wanted to achieve.
Business coaching has actually exceeded our expectations. I think what we were hoping to get out of it was just some accountability, and what we've actually got from it has been some skills around planning and goal setting that has applied to our personal life, and it's been some skills, or they've been skills that we've been able to share with our team.
Chris helped us to get to a point where we are now by putting the goals in place. I was contracting to another company in town, doing about 70 hours a week, and then running the team of 2 that we had on the tools of a night and sort of on the phone during the day. And yeah, Chris convinced me that we were good enough to be able to, get me off the tools and get me in the business 100%. And now we've come to, we're 5 vans and 7 of us, so it's changed a lot.
Anyone thinking about getting a business coach is that if you're willing to put in the work, it can really change your life. But I think where Chris sets himself apart is that he really works on establishing a really strong relationship. And from that relationship, I've found him to be really adaptable with his coaching, depending on where we're at. So it's never felt like we're just ticking boxes on a checklist of what needs to happen next in a business coaching process. It's always felt really customised to us, and there have been times when he's circled back around to an issue because we just weren't ready to hear what he was saying at the time. So he's really expert at pitching it to what you need at that time and what you're sort of ready and willing to work on.